Hey guys, just want to make a quick update video of my 2007 BMW 328xi. Just want to go over a few things. Number one, kind of want to go over things that I did not realize were wrong with this car, and it took me a little while to realize they were wrong with the car. Number two, gonna go over my first maintenance that I took it, first maintenance that I got done on the car, and how much that cost more or less. And then I'm also going to go over my initial impressions of the driving experience with this car, because I didn't go over that in the other video, and it's very important with this car. Okay, so number one, things I didn't realize that were wrong with the car. It took me about a week to realize that it even had electric folding mirrors. But when I did realize that it had that, I wanted to test them out. So I pressed the button, it went in like it's supposed to. They both folded up correctly. And I pressed it again. They started coming out. It was all looking good. I was like, oh, this is cool, you know. And they kept going. One side kept going, the passenger side kept going. So it was just keep going and just go all the way like this and all the way against the car, so the mirror would be facing this way. And it would just hit like this and just like make a clicking noise. Not a huge deal. I finally got them to clip back in place, because when they do that, it kind of gets out of a track or something like that, and it's kind of hard. I don't know, supposedly maybe it's kind of hard to get them to go back in. It took me like 15 minutes probably to get it to go back into place. But now if I don't press the button again, I should be fine. So that's why I'm not going to press it again right now until I fix it. Try to fix it at least. So there are fixes online for that. You know, I'm going to look into that for sure. Number two thing that that I didn't realize was wrong with the car until it took me a little while. The sunshade, I thought it was working when I about a week after I got the car, because that's the first time I tested it. And as you can see, right now it's up. So when I pressed the button, it went up correctly. And I left it up for like a week, and then I was trying to back out a few nights ago, and it was dark, and I couldn't really see at the back window, so I decided to try to press it to make it go down. And when I pressed it, it just went click, 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 click. So the motor or something needs to be replacing that. It needs to be, either the motor needs to be like gone through and fixed, because I see online that you can do that, I think. And then or that, or it just needs to be replaced, which on my eBay searches seems like it's probably like it's probably about $250 for that piece. So, and that's for a used one. It's like a lot more if you buy one new, I think. Now I'll kind of go over what I got done when I did the maintenance. I got the oil changed. I got the rotors replaced, because when I bought the car, I knew it needed the rotors. So the rotors were $40 a piece. So I just did the front two. So it's 80 bucks from Napa. So not bad at all for that. Got the old place and all that. It doesn't really matter how much that costs, because that's a normal thing. I got some BMW approved oil. I think it was like somewhere in the vicinity, maybe 70 bucks, something like that. It takes 7 quarts. So or whatever, 7. I don't even know, to be honest, about all that stuff. I got this done at the shop. I did not do this myself. Which I could have done. I could have changed the oil and stuff. It's not, you know. This piece is cracking. Knew this when I bought the car. This is the windshield trim piece, weather trim, I guess what it's called. I already bought one of those off eBay. They're only like $21 or 20 bucks, something like that. So I have that in the house, just haven't replaced it yet. So I'm gonna replace that pretty soon, maybe, or I might wait till it gets cooler outside. It's not really a huge deal. Another thing that I also knew was wrong with the car when I bought it, but my mechanic confirmed it. The valve cover gasket is going to need to be replaced. Not a huge deal either. I mean, it might cost, if I got it done at a shop, it probably cost somewhere in the vicinity of $400 to $800, which not a huge deal. Or I could do it myself. It's only like $70 for the gasket, and then you just have to, take it apart and do it yourself. But and it's not like a huge deal. You don't have to do a whole lot, but you have to do more than maybe I would feel comfortable with doing. But other than that, like I said, the driving impressions, this is the third part, this car has been very fun to drive. I really am enjoying the driving experience. When you drive the car, you can really feel that BMW knew what they were doing when they set this car up, because it's just a joy to drive, and it's just the way the steering is. It plays a big part in that, because it's kind of like a heavier steering, and it makes you feel like you're in more, you just have a lot more feel for the car. The only car I can kind of compare this to is I had a 08 Civic Si, which is kind of a sports car type of deal. It's not the fastest car. It's probably about the same speed as this, but that was a manual transmission model. And that's to me also about this car. It's automatic. It probably would be a lot more fun if it was manual, but it is what it is. And overall, real world driving and stuff like that, manual might get old faster. But if I had a manual, I would probably rag on it more. So it is what it is. And not to say that I don't rag on this now, because I do drive it pretty hard right now, because it's my new car, it's my new toy, and like I said, it's really fun to drive, so it makes you kind of want to do that kind of stuff. But I kind of have to hold myself back, because I don't want any speeding tickets or anything like that. So yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm probably going to do some more videos in the future about this car, so if you want to subscribe, feel welcome to do that. Otherwise, you don't have to. So another thing about this car, I just completely forgot about this. The headlights, it actually has a crack in the headlight, like in the plastic of the headlight. It might be leaking a little bit because of that crack. So I might replace those headlights, because they're kind of foggy anyway. And with the crack being there, I could recondition the lenses, but it's got the crack, so it's kind of like it's not really worth it unless you just want to replace the whole headlights. Which you can buy aftermarket headlights on eBay for like $200 or $300 or something, like around between $200 and $300 probably, maybe even $180. I think I saw something for like $180. But so I might do that too, because that will freshen it up a lot, I think. But it's a beautiful car too. It's a beautiful car. It's just the best part about this car is it looks good. It's got a nice interior, and it drives well. So it's basically a luxury car, it's a luxury sedan. It's not the biggest car, it's a sedan, but it's hard to fit people in the back. I couldn't probably fit back there, I'm 6'1". But it's got all those features into one car. So I'm really enjoying it. So like I said, subscribe if you want. Thank you.